There is a yin and yang to absolutely everything. Yin and yang. What goes up must come down. What goes down eventually will go up. These are natural principles. What do I mean by natural principles? It means if you breathe in, chances are you will breathe out. Uh, Water has its purpose. It quenches. It heals. Uh, that that so when you see things happening, if you're seeing it from the wrong perspective, you'll miss the opportunity in it. Someone that I respect just posted something on social media that actually, to be honest with you, triggered this video. And we call these things positive and negative thinking. It's if when you get beyond the emotional responses to things, you'll come to find out, whether you believe it or not, that success doesn't think positive and negative. They look for the opportunity in what you call negative, which is really the experience. The experience is the opportunity. There is no opportunity without an experience. The reason why slavery, which is a historic thing way beyond the American experiment, which is only 400 years old or so, uh, has always been a tool, because if you enslave a people and make them serve you, they become masters at that thing you made them do. So slavery bad, experience another thing. It's always been that way. It's been that way throughout biblical history. Very many, a lot of examples of it, and I'm not going to get into that right now. But you got to see it the right way. You know, with the newest thing, I got to pay student loans too. I'm not excited about that, but I got to pay. But I did take them out, and they did not benefit me in the way that I thought they would. But that's my fault, so I got to pay that debt. Even though I do pay taxes, have paid taxes for a number of years, and I would have loved the tax relief or the relief based upon my tax history. But you got to see it right. Because in the midst of all these laws that are being passed, you have the opportunity to strengthen and come together with other people who are in the in the demographic that you're in. So when my brother posted this, he then posted a list of HBCU schools. You know, in other words, if they want to ban books out of public and private organizations, I think you'll have a harder time doing it out of private. But if books are going to be banned, then why not go to a school where those books won't be banned? If you have to pay tuition, why not pay tuition into a system that is not going to discriminate against your education? If you're going to be discriminated against in getting into the university, why not go to another university that won't discriminate against you coming into that university? In particular, you 4.0s, you 3.9s, 3.8s, 3.7s. You know, to me, it's one of these things where people are so excited to carry the Gucci bag. Now, I don't know, the Birkas, the Guccis, the Louis Vuittons, you're so quick to call yourself successful because you carry someone else's products who are not sowing into your community. Why not sow into your community and be excited about the products that you get out of your own community and lift those up? Make those products the better products. Why do you have to? It's like the person that comes to me and tells me how bad everybody else is. Well, then why don't you start your own? I understand why you don't, because you have to find your own collaboration. You have to find your own, and it is hard work. I get it, but you don't have to. I drive past 2 stores to go to another store to be supportive. I don't always do it. Would love for there to be other opportunities. But instead of saying things the wrong way, why not find the opportunity in the experience? It takes a lot more work, I get it. But while you're complaining about someone not giving you something, and by the way, they don't owe you anything. It's their system. It's like walking into my house and demanding that I give you a glass of water. You don't know. The demand isn't necessary. Either I give you a glass of water or I don't, or you can always ask. But if I say no, you can always bring your own bottle of water. Looking at things the wrong way kills creativity. It stops us from moving forward. For some odd reason, people think that if someone else doesn't provide it for them, then they're being discriminated against. It's theirs. Create your own. Now, to do that, you have to build your own economy. Find your own crew. And I get it, because a lot of folks don't believe in this whole idea of building your own. They're too busy trying to impress the European. They don't want to leave the old system to create the new. I got news for you. The new system is already here. And you're not included in a lot of cases. And if you are, they're not including you at ownership level. They're including you at employee level. Middle management. Makes it hard for you to bring people with you. But when you're the owner, you can bring people with you. I was telling you about Booker T. Washington earlier. Booker T. Washington had to get funding to start Tuskegee Institute. And so his job was just to raise funds for Tuskegee. All while teaching people how to build houses, how to work the agricultural economy. W.E.B. Du Bois was during that same era, was doing his thing, and so, but Booker T. Washington got another. I mean, just the best examples and the best experts he possibly could. He recruited on his team. One being George Washington Carver. The most famous name I can come up with at the time. That there were other people. So did Frederick Douglass. You can build something. It does take work. It does hurt. There is struggle. People do talk about you. People don't believe in you. But it helps you to find the right people, the right team to build something instead of waiting for the government to hand you something. Because there always ebbs and flow with the government. To curry favor in a community that can actually stand on its own, they don't want you to try to stand on your own. They want to control your economy. It's like they slap you with a belt and you say, "Give me another, sir." Instead of learning how to work within your demographic and create your own, and stop speaking against others who are creating their own. Be a part of the solutions. Ask questions. Become more humble. Be a part of something larger than you. Be the small person in the room. Create a round table and not a triangle. You know, so maybe things aren't as bad as we think. They've been trying to crash the economy for 2 years and haven't been able to crash the economy in 2 years. Interest rates were at zero. That's an artificial number. Now interest rates are just normal and everybody's complaining. These are normal if you go be if you go beyond Obama days, these are normal interest rates. Normal. Normal. 3%, 4% inflation is normal. Normal. You know. But everyone's complaining about prices and this, that, and the other. Yeah, because you're too busy working jobs where they made an adjustment in the economy because people were actually doing pretty good, and now you're complaining because you're not actually doing as well as you used to do when inflation was only 1%, 1.5%. That's not normal inflation. It was abnormal. There were good times. And then in the midst of that, people started businesses. That's why they can't crash the economy, because more people are less dependent on government resources, such as, strike that, not government resources, but are less dependent on employment resources. They're starting their own. They're competing. You got to see it right. I see the opportunity. My bank doesn't say multi-million dollars today, but I'll tell you this. I've laid a fantastic foundation, and I am preparing for the new economy.